Keely Morrow will be the first starter for the Wildcats, a 5'10 junior for Bowling Green, Kentucky. That's Ryan Roberts, number 13, a 5'6 junior. Number 20 will be Millie Bryan, a 5'9 senior from Dresden, Tennessee. And number 23 will be Mickey Head, the 6'1 senior from Clarksville, Tennessee. And number 24 will be Kaylin Howard, a 5'7 freshman from Covington, Tennessee. Again, the Wildcats are coached by Chris Nelson, 16th season. For the Bears, it'll be a very familiar lineup. It'd be number 3, Haley Free, the 5'8 senior from Shepherdsville, Kentucky, via North Bullitt High School. Number 10 will be Mary Englert, the 5'8 senior from Madeira, Ohio, from Madeira High School. And number 21 will be a 5'9 junior, Bailey Frazier from Wise, Virginia. And number 22 will be Morgan Stamper, 5'8 sophomore from Independence, Kentucky. And rounding out the starting lineup for the Bears, number 30, 5'9 senior from Williamsburg, Kentucky, Sierra Feltner. Again, the Bears are coached by Clifton Williams and assisted by Shelby Wheeler. And Jillian Duncan, Coach Williams' 6th season, leading the Bears. Starting to have a few people starting to show up for some of the ball games there, Coach. And some of the students are coming in and looking for a little something to do here.
It's great to see so many of them came down from the hill, and a lot of our new ones. I see a lot of new faces from our recruiting season and a lot of new student athletes, so it's great to see everybody support each other even in tough climate.
So be Feltner and Head jumping, and the Wildcats will control the tip very easily. Kaylin Howard to have the basketball for the Wildcats. Zone defense coming up for the Bears once to start off the game, A
little defensive tip action by the Bears. I kind of wanted to make sure we didn't give them anything easy and get our zone set on the other end, and probably a smart move. 23 there, Mickey Head's a big girl, and they found her in the post right there to go to her strong hand.
That's Head's first basket, the first basket of the game. She did a nice job sealing off Morgan there, Coach, and received the entrance pass and used that left hand to finish.
Yeah, Morgan's going to have to really be physical with her in the middle because she's got some size advantage on her, and you got to use your strength in that scenario.
Tough pass, unable to come up with this. Howard with the basketball for the Wildcats. Got Roberts to her left, swings over to her. 3-point shots up, barely draws iron. Morgan Stamper with her first rebound of the ball game. Will not be her last, I promise you that one. Over to Bailey Frazier. Gets to the free throw line over to Morgan Stamper. Man-to-man defense by the Wildcats. Over to Feltner. To Frazier. Fakes the three. Gets to the bucket. Thought it may have been off of Wildcats players, but the official said no. She just lost it going up. And the second turnover of the Bears here earlier, Coach. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
Yeah, we talked about that the last game. We really did not do a great job of valuing the basketball. Ended up coming up with it and having a great effort, but certainly make it easier on yourself by valuing that ball and being tough with it. Over
to Howard. Over to Morrow, going inside to Robertson, looking for Head on the inside, swings the basketball, jumper, draws in front of the rim. Feltner comes up with the rebound. Feltner's going to push down the right side, swings to the middle over to Englert. Englert puts down a couple of dribbles, gets to the free throw line. It's going to be the first foul of the ball game. And that's going to be on Millie Bryan to be her team's first here in the first period.
If you noticed, our girls are doing a great job of trying to drive to the nail hole to the free throw line in the paint, and that's 2 possessions back-to-back that we've felt like we got a foul, probably the second one, but the first one did not. But really being aggressive trying to get to the rim.
So that's going to be on Millie Bryan. That'll be her second foul quickly. That'll be 2 fouls on the Wildcats, both on Millie Bryan. So they've got a starter in foul trouble already. Minute 30 in the ball game.
If you notice down the bench, they've traveled a pretty good roster right there. I think they had to feed that crew.
Yeah, I'm saying what now? There's
I think there's 16 travel partners.
Free shots off the back of the rim. Howard with the rebound gets over to Roberts. He's going to drive, gets all the way to the bucket. Right-handed layup, off the rim. Rebound Stamper over to Feltner. She's going to push. Gets over to Haley Free. Gets to the free throw line. Back over to Englert. 3-point shots up. Back of the rim. Nobody goes for rebound. Roberts comes up with it for the Wildcats. Left-handed layups up and good.
Great job of using her left hand and very resilient. If you notice, she was the one that got knocked down on the last play. made it down here, got the basketball and the loose ball, and did a great job of getting to the basket, making a layup.
So Ryan Roberts scores her first bucket. She averages 14 in the ball game. Bethel win leading this one 4-0. Stamper on the end on the post over to Frazier. 3-point shot up and good. Bailey Frazier on the board for the Bears. 4-3.
Great inside-out play, fed the post, and Morgan did a great job of attracting two. Anytime you have two-guard one, there's somebody open, and she did a great job. Finally, Bailey Frazier, very confident in her shot, knocked it down.
Morrow over to Howard. Back over to Roberts, looking to Mickey Head. She put down a couple of dribbles, tried to follow a charge, unable to do so. Ball is loose. Mary England gets pickets with the basketball. She's going to dribble down, looking for a cutter, finds free, back over to Stamper. Back over to England. They're going to reset it. Back over to Haley for up top, 20 on the shot clock. Bethel leading this one 4-3. Feltner gets down to the baseline, back over to Free. 3-point shots up, back of the rim, battle for the rebound. Morgan Stamper comes to another one for the Bears to Englert. To Stamper, her 3-point shot's up. Doesn't draw anything.
It's hard to argue that. You go after all these rebounds, you got to give her at least one to fire up. Not her strength, certainly, but whatever she shoots, she earns, I promise you.
She's already got 3 rebounds here early in the first quarter. Like I said, get an offensive rebound. Shoot that basketball if you get that offensive rebound.
And she just has a nose for the basketball. No matter what side of the floor it is, no matter where it's shot from, she just pursues it and has a chance to get every one of them.
I tell you, Millie O'Brien she picked up 2 quick fouls, but she's hit a 3-point shot out of the corner. She's trying her best to stay on that floor, Coach, with those 2 fouls.
That's great incentive. Coach doesn't want to take your scorer out.
7-3, Wildcats leading this one. Englert gets over to Frazier, back over to Stamper up top to Feltner. Sets her feet, holds her release, finds the ball in the bucket, 7-6.
Really good ball movement that time. You touch both sides of the floor with the ball. I think everybody but one person touched it on that series and got an open shot, and Sierra knocked it down and just got it matched back with Millie again on the other end.
Millie said, "Hey, Coach, I got 2 fouls, but I also got 2 threes." Bethel leading this one 10-6.
Very valuable play.
Engler back over to Feltner, back to Free. Got 20 on the shot clock. Got a screen coming from Stamper. Free looking. Over to Stamper. She's going to try to finish the left hand overhead. She does. Stamper gets her first basket of the evening. It's 10-8.
And that's how you utilize your strength over size, is being able to use both hands. And you notice she went to her left and didn't finish by her head. She finished with a wide finish. So she got it way outside of her body where the big post player could not get to it. And she finished well at the rim.
Howard with the basketball for the Wildcats. Gets to Morrow. Ball on the floor. It's Morgan Stamper comes up with a loose basketball. Coach Nelson wanting to call there. No, nothing from the official. Englert gets to the free throw line. Stops, pops. We got a tie ball game, 10-8. Mary Englert's first basket of the evening.
That's the Mary Englert we know, getting north to south, jump stop, making a great shot there, and that all was predicated by a hustle physical play by Morgan Stamper.
Millie Bryant with her third 3 here in the first quarter. She's got 9, 13-10 Bethel.
We've got to do one of 2 things, either get her a third foul on her or start guarding her. I'm not sure which one.
One of the 2. It won't be good. Free uses a Stamper pick back over to Morgan. Gives to Englert, back over to Feltner. Like a little zone defense. Englert, free throw line jumper, finds it from the rim, ahead with the rebound. Again, she pulls down about 7 per ball game.
Nice adjustment there by Coach Nelson to move to the zone so they didn't pick up another foul that they didn't want to get.
Frazier gets a rebound for the Wildcats, and now she's going to push. Gets over to Haley Free, walks across the floor. Closing in on 4 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the first quarter. Feltner surveys the zone, stops, pops, 13-12. Feltner, it's her. She has 5 here in the early going in the first period.
Great job of reading how they're handling the ball screens. They call it in the profession downing that ball screen and icing it, trying to keep you from reversing. And she just attacked straight on. The five person did not step up, and she just nailed a little jump shot right off the elbow. Great read.
Howard over to Bryant. Back to Howard. Her 3-point shot's up. Back the rim. Frazier gets a hand on it. Controls it. Gets over to Free.
Back-to-back rebounds by Bailey Frazier. She's doing a great job on the square.
Georgia Sedaria will be checking in the next dead ball along with Alexis Reed for the Bears. Englert to the free throw line. Stops, pops off the back of the rim. A lot of bodies. Morgan Stamper's involved. Big jump ball. Bears will have possession, but multiple subs coming in. For the Wildcats will be number 10, Jenna Faust, along with number 15, Ashton Hume.
Normally if there's a collision with Morgan Stamper, somebody's falling down. It's usually not Morgan Stamper.
Well, I tell you what, so with 3:33 to go in the first period of play, the Bethel leading this one 13-12. You watch the Bears basketball on the UPIKE Sports Network, presented by Appalachian Wireless. Welcome back to the Appalachian Wireless Arena with 3:33 to go here in the first period of play. Bethel leading this one 13-12, and Coach Bethel's been hot from behind the three-point line. Millie Bryant picked up those two quick early fouls, but she's also hit 3 threes here in this first period.
Yeah, she's played well for them. She just tweaked her ankle at that last timeout break. She's over on the end trying to walk it off a little bit, tweaked her ankle maybe a little bit. I hope she's okay. She's playing well, and hate to see anybody get injured.
Alexis Reed just checked in for the Bears for the game for the Bears over to Englert. A little man-to-man defense coming out for the Wildcat. Feltner stops, hangs, unable to get it to go. Home with the rebound for the Wildcats. Gets over to Howard. Being guarded by Feltner, man-to-man this time for the Bears. This time down. Nice job with the Reed.
We'll make an early prediction. I think A.J. Reed's got a great demeanor about her today. She looks like she's fresh and hopping around on her toes. I have a feeling she'll have a nice night here.
I saw her pregame working with Coach Williams, and I don't think I saw her miss a shot.
She's got good body language right now.
Jenna Fast with the basketball for the Wildcats. Got under 10 on the shot clock. Head over to Howard. Stops, pops, side of the rim. Ball's loose. Home with the rebound. I think it may get Englert with a slap. It is on Englert. It'll be her first, team's first. However, I've seen Home to the free throw line to shoot 2 shots. 65% on the season from the line.
Bethel returned the favor there, got him an offensive rebound, and drew a foul to get to the free throw line. Those are ones we want to try to prevent. Get as many as we can get, but also take those away. We want to win that rebound margin at all costs.
Next shot's up and good. Bethel leading by 2. If you're following home with live stats, maybe a little bit of delay there. So definitely keep those updated. Appreciate you guys tuning in on the UPIKE Sports Network. Gets over to Reed. Back over to Sederi. Sets her feet. Holds the release. Bang! Georgia Sederi. The Bears lead this one 15-14.
Great job of penetrating, driving into the lane, requiring 2 people to guard you. One's open, and that's the girl in the corner, and that was Sederi with a great 3-point shot.
Gets it over to Faust, over to, this is Mickey Head. Back to Morrow. Foul, shots up, back of the rim. 2 Wildcats players go for it. They come up with it. Morgan Stamper with a block shot.
Bethel did a great job of spreading us out our zone there a little bit. Went 3 on the perimeter and some dribble weave and got us stretched out and left the rim open for an offensive rebound. And thankfully we battled and got it.
Foul is on the floor. Morgan Stamper has got to be a jump ball, I believe. And it should be Wildcats basketball. It is. We've got a sub coming in. Frazier return, replacing Mary Englert, excuse me.
Great hustle play right there, but nonetheless a turnover in that regard. You got to limit those as best we can. I think it's 3 by my calculation.
So that's where Reed got a little bit too deep there. Bethel with active hands, got a little hand on it there, and a little miscommunication on who's going to go for the basketball, but Morgan Stamper got on the floor.
Remember me telling you that they love to run some sets. They did a great job of matching up the zone to man basically and sticking it into the post.
That'll be on Morgan Stamper, be her first, team second. Head put a nice post move on Stamper. Got around her, but then Stamper just with a push out of bounds. It'll be the first foul on Morgan. Gets into Home.
Great out of bounds play with the duck in. They do a lot of neat stuff getting it into the post.
A third jump ball in this first period of play, and Morgan Stamper's been involved in all 3 jump balls.
Yeah, she's going to get her lion's share of those. She's got a nose for the basketball, and for them, Head does a great job too. She's around the ball a whole lot, offensively and defensively.
Feltner's up the basketball up top, surveying us all the way to the bucket. Right hand shots up, no good. Home with no rebound for the Wildcats. She's going to push. She's going for the fouls. Hesitation dribble, stops. We're going to try to work on Reed. A nice job by AJ in there.
Great job of staying between your player and the basket and not giving anything easy. The girls are doing a good job of keeping in front of them.
Over to Howard, back over to Head, over to Faust. Got 10 on the shot clock. Gets over to Howard, puts down a couple of dribbles. Looking for Faust. He gets to the free throw line, kicks it back out, shots up. Front of the rim, Bailey Frazier with the rebound. That was Morrow on the miss for the Wildcats.
One of the hardest things to defend is dribble penetration, and you notice AJ got off her feet there, and they got in the paint, and then you're in a scramble mode, and it's really tough. We got fortunate they missed a shot there.
Sederi over to Frazier to Stamper. She's looking to finish that left hand. High off the glass is good. Morgan Stamper count the basket. I believe this might be on Mickey Head.
Another great idea of sending that ball in the post and a good wide left-hand finish by Morgan Stamper. And Now she gets a chance to capitalize and make a three-point play.
Heads first, team's third. And you'll have number 34, Taylor, and Bryant returning for the Wildcats. Head and Morrow will check out for the Wildcats. Stamper's first trip to the line tonight. Rattles round, comes out. Stamper's got 4 points here in the first period. The Bears leading this one 17-14.
Need to get us a stop here and then take the last shot on our end. It's got to be us. Now you got to take the last one. Worst case scenario, you're down 3 points at the end of this quarter and hopefully up 5, maybe even 6.
Yeah. So Feltner's with the basketball, a little man-to-man defense. When he on the shot clock, gets to the baseline, swings over to Sederi. Thought about it, Reed, she shoots the basketball, side of the rim. Rebound by Taylor.
And not ideal, certainly not a bad shot, but the timing of it probably wasn't perfect, and now you give them an opportunity to get the lead closer.
Howard going to dribble against Feltner. Throws it up off the glass, no good, and then that'll enter the first quarter of play. So after 1 quarter of play, Bears leading this one 17-14. You're watching Bears basketball on the UPIKE Sports Network, presented by Appalachian Wireless. Welcome back to the Appalachian Wireless Arena after 1 period of play. Bears leading this one 17-14. A well-played offensive first period here, Coach. Bethel really using a three-point shot to their advantage, hitting multiple three-point shots. I can remember 5. Well, they haven't hit 5. They only got 14 points. I know Millie Bryant's got 3 herself. But the Bears have been using Sederi's hit a 3, Feltner's hit a 3, and then Stanford's had a couple finishes at the bucket as well, Coach.
Yeah, it's been very balanced here. 17-14 at the end of the first here, very competitive. Both teams are really overall taking care of the ball pretty well, and some good shooting going on. And right on cue, there's a Bethel 3 from the wing.
That's number 24, Kaylin Howard. We're tied at 17. Over to Feltner. Man-to-man defense from the Wildcats. Gets to the free throw line. Behind the back pass to Mary Englert. Shots up, rattles around. Taylor, nice rebound for the Wildcats. Gets it over to, is this Bryant? That's Millie Bryant with the basketball. Gets to the free throw line. Over to Mickey Head. Back over to Bryant. Fouls with the basketball. Taylor posting hard in there for the Wildcats. Foul, spit down a couple dribbles. Get to the baseline. To the bucket. Taylor with a nice spin move. Absorbs the contact in the finish. Taylor with her first bucket of the game. Bethel on a little 5-0 run to reclaim the game, 19-17. Reed got the basketball for the Bears. Sederi sets her feet, holds the release splash, her second 3 of the game.
Little contested there, but made her first one, a little heat check, and we've got to do a little better job defensively down there, making it a little too easy for Bethel.
Gets inside to Taylor. Taylor looking swings over to Millie Bryant. Finally, she misses a three-point shot for the Wildcats. The Bears got the basketball. You talked about roles on the game and staying professional. Georgia Sederi didn't not get a minute the other night against Cumberland. Comes up tonight and hit 2 threes here in the first half.
Yeah, the thing people have a hard time understanding is not the Boys and Girls Club. I mean, this is competitive college athletics, and you're going to roll with the ones that are playing, and certainly don't ever stop pursuing and trying to get better every time. And when your number's called, be ready. And tonight, her number's called, and she's been ready.
Bailey Frazier picked up her 5th point of the evening. It's 22-19.
Hats off to Bailey. She's been playing so much better. She's been a huge part for her team offensively and rebounding as well.
Looking over the Faust. Faust looking for the three-point shot. She throws it up, doesn't draw anything. I'll tell you one thing, the Wildcats are not shy from deep, Coach.
They like that three-point shot, no question about it.
Morrow would check in for Howard. And Free and Stanford will return for the Bears, replacing Feltner and Frazier. So 22-19, UPIKE leading this one, 7:59 go here in the second period of action. Appreciate you guys tuning in to the UPIKE Sports Network for Bears basketball action. Free gets the basketball over to Reed. Pretty tough pass there. Nice shot of a foul playing the passing lane. Gets inside to Englert. Reed sets her feet, holds her release, rattles around. That's a good-looking shot. I thought that was going to go in.
Everything but the bottom of the net. That was a great play, great shot. No complaints there.
Taylor comes with the rebound for the Wildcats, pushes it all the way down to the bucket, gets it over to Millie Bryant, loses the handle, Bears on the floor. That's it. Mary Englert fights away. She stays with it. Stanford gets over to Reed, tries to finish at the bucket, head with a block. She gets 2.5 blocks per ball game with that 6'1" frame. Reed was a little mismatched as far as stature is concerned, but she took it strong to the basket, but Head was able to get the block. Englert with a tough baseline jumper. The Bears got their largest lead of the night, 24-19.
Mary deserved that. She was the first to the floor down here on the loose ball, created the fast break opportunity. Good for her. And, AJ's not going to back down from anybody. I don't care how big, small, tall, mean, nasty you are. She's going to go in there. Certainly hats off to her for trying to get a bucket there.
Englert's up 4. He gets over to Head up top. Being guarded by Free. Looking for Taylor. Being guarded by Stamper. Back out to Morrow. Englert, good defense. Gets all the way to the bucket. She's going to finish it. They're going to count the bucket. It'll be Englert's second foul.
Great
first
move right there. Very shifty with the ball and got cut off going to her left. Got a nice crossover and very shifty getting to the rim and got an and one right there and got a chance to make a three-point play here at the line.
So Morrow, as will be her first bucket of the game. It's going to be the second foul on Englert, though. The first on the Bears in the second period. And then Frazier returned for Englert after she picked that second foul. Morrow makes the free throw, gives her 3, 24-22 here in the second period. Free pushing basketball across half court. Man-to-man defense from the Wildcats once again. Free picks up a dribble, though. Gets over to Sederi. Gets into Stamper. She swings. They're going to call for a walk. Good call by the official. And Reed hit the bottom of the net on the shot, though.
Right look, just did get her baby steps count, too, and she had a couple extra baby steps on the pass.
It looked like, I didn't play basketball, but it looked like maybe Morgan had one thought about putting the dribble down, then saw Reed open and just changed her mind and tried to do two things at one time. Got called for the travel, though.
She made the right decision, just didn't execute it just right.
Over to Howard, gets inside the Taylor, being guarded by Frazier. Good up and under. Taylor with 4. That's Kyla Taylor, a sophomore from Lexington, Tennessee.
Yeah, great up and under. You can tell she's been trained in the post and showed the ball up high. We went for it, and she stepped right through there.
Free over to Sederi. She's hit a couple of bombs already in this first period. A running one-hander comes off. Taylor goes high for the rebound, comes away with the defensive rebound over to Howard.
Probably not the ideal look. We like Georgia getting that shot up there, but certainly maybe the runner might not be her strength in that regard. But great hustle plays, and Bethel just came out with it and got him a good layup to the basket to take a 2-point lead.
That's Millie Bryant. She's got 11 here in this first period. Picked up 2 early fouls, and she scored 11 points since then. The Bethel regained the lead 26-24.
Really got their bench involved in the game. They're all up and hyped up. We got to get ourselves some mojo going here.
Stanford with a reversal over to Frazier. Reed thought about it. Gets with 10 on the shot clock. Gets over to Stanford, but down a couple of dribbles to Frazier. She gets to the free throw line. Stops, go to Reed. Stops, pops from deep. Side of the rim. Stanford with offensive rebound. The right hand finish, unable to get to go. Stanford with another offensive rebound. Ball's loose. Everybody's on the floor, and Haley Fareed comes away with it.
Great effort. Love to see these girls playing this hard. Everybody to the ground, and just the last couple first to the floor have been the Lady Bears.
Over to Frazier with 10 on the shot clock. Gets all the way to the rim, trying to finish with left hand, unable to do so. Thought that may have been off of Taylor's hands, but we're going to say it's off Stamper. So Bethel's basketball. So we're going to call media timeout with 4:52 to go in the second period of play. Bethel leading this one 26-24. You're watching Bears basketball on the UPIKE Sports Network, presented by Appalachian Wireless. Welcome back to the Appalachian Wireless Arena with 4:52 to go in the second period of play. Bethel leading this in 26-24. And, Coach, really been kind of both teams offensively played pretty well. Bethel really relied on the three-point shot down here, but also a couple good moves by Kyla Taylor up and under. But then the Bears offensively kind of used both. They also got the three-point shots from multiple players, but then also really crashing the offensive glass as well.
Yeah, the game's had a good flow to it. I mean, it's been up and down and hadn't been extremely sloppy and had a ton of turnovers. Had some good moves, some good plays, and it's good to see both teams competing and battling for this opportunity.
Over to Morrow. Bears coming out man-to-man defense. Over to Millie Bryant. She's got 11. Over to Howard. Head sets her a pick. Step back three in front of the rim. And Millie Bryant comes with a rebound. Over to Howard. Millie Bryant's going to set her feet, hold a release for the fourth time in the first half. She makes a three-point bucket. She's got 14. Bethel up for 5 now.
Not bashful. Green light on those shooters, letting them get those shots off, and Millie's done a great job of making sure she capitalizes on those.
10-0 Bethel run right now. Frazier over to Reed. Got 13 on the shot clock. Gets to Feltner. Bethel is really exceeding that defense. Over to Frazier's. Holds her release front of the rim. Stamper with another rebound for the Bears. Rips it away. Gets over to Feltner.
Nice
Gets to the
move.
rim. And she'll finish this here. Feltner's got 7 in her first half. The Bears pull within 3.
There again, they're trying to ice that ball screen, and 34 forgot that she was supposed to be there to help on that. And Sarah did a great job of getting the basket and broke the ice. We needed that basket.
Heads up the basketball for the Wildcats. Over to Howard. Back to Morrow.
We're not doing a great job of matching up in our zone.
Well, we got A.J.
Now we
Reed.
got it
Yeah,
back.
there we go. Taylor going to go work with Stamper.
Gotta stay down.
Got 5 on the shot clock.
Great steal here by Haley Free.
She's going to try to finish at the rim with the left hand. Nope, he's going to get fouled. This is going to be on Howard.
Probably not the way we drew that drive up, but certainly got a break on the shot. I think Haley would like to have that drive back for a little euro or a pull up and kiss it off the square.
That's Howard's first, team's first. And, number 15, Home will check back in. I thought we're not shooting free throws. I thought we'd have 2 shots there.
I think they called that one on the ground.
Okay.
Hard to reward that shot attempt, I think.
Maybe that's what it was. 27 on the shot clock. Over to Reed. She's going to look to the bucket. Nice fake. Head with another block here in the first half. That's 2. She averages 2.5 per ball game.
She is so long that she causes problems in there in the paint. Good for her.
Does a good job staying on her feet as well.
If she's not going to commit a crazy foul.
Howard going to go over to Head. Back to Howard. Everything revolves around that outside that three-point arc, that's for sure.
I like to keep it good and spread, and, of course, when they shoot as well as they do, your defense has to match.
5 on the shot clock coming up. Howard back over to Bryant. She gets all the way to the bucket. She's unable to finish. Morgan Temper with another rebound. Over to Free. The Bears within 3.
Bailey took a slip on the baseline down. There must be some water.
Reed gets it to Frazier. She hustles back down. Gets over to Haley Free. Looking to Stamper on the post. Gets it to her. See if she can finish with the right hand. Head with her third block in the first half. And it's going to be out of bounds on Morgan Stamper. And Morrow will return to the lineup for the Wildcats. And she's going to replace Millie Bryant.
Saw the difference on those 2 moves there. From her left hand, she was finishing out super wide. When she went to her right, she was closer to her ear and to her head. And that gave Head a chance to block that one, and she did.
29-26. Howard, the basketball over to Home, inside the Head.
And return to sender, return to favor.
Stamper picks up another block. She has multiple blocks in his first half. Reed over to Feltner. Feltner puts down a couple of dribbles, picks it up though, gives over to Frazier. Frazier over to Free. Got 15 on the shot clock. Over to Stamper, over to Feltner. 3 shots up. Bottom of the bucket. We're tied at 29. Sarah Feltner in double figures with 10.
A great job. I want to compliment Haley Free on that. Got the offense, was a little bit rattled, scattered. She got ball up top and called the play, and the ladies executed it perfectly. Got Sarah a great wide open shot off a great screen by Morgan Stamper.
Heads at the basketball at the free throw line, turns around, back of the rim. Morgan Stamper with another rebound.
I haven't heard that one time tonight, Gary.
And
there's a consistent when we play is Morgan Stamper is going to rebound that basketball.
Morgan Stamper's going to rebound. That's exactly right. Offensive or the defensive end. Stamper's got the basketball, 20 on the shot clock, gets over to Feltner.
Again, they went back to the same play they just ran. Instead of shooting a 3, went to the basket, and Morgan with a good kick out to A.J. Reed.
Rattles in, staying there, A.J. That first bucket of the game. She's got 3.
I used up all my lanes right there to the left and back to the right. Ball went right down.
So after a 10-0 Bethel run, the Bears respond with their own 8-0 run to go by 3.
Really good patience, good poise by the Lady Bears of not panicking. A long 3 here by Bethel. Wow.
Wow, that's Mara.
Way downtown.
That's her second in the first half. She's got 6. I think we may have a little
blood on the hand, I think, here, or on the knee.
On the knee there, and the athletic trainer was ready to go with some tape. And
you shouldn't be able to play this game if you don't have at least one of those a night.
I tell you, that's between A.J. Reed and Mary Englert, Morgan Stamper, you always want to have somebody on that floor for the Bears. So 32-32. It's been a game of run here, Coach. The Bears up 24-19. Bethel goes on a little 10-0 run, go up 29-24. The Bears go on an 8-0 run, go up 32-29. Then Bethel come back, and Morrow responds with her second 3 in this first half to tie it up at 32. You talked about the flow, really good flow. Both teams playing extremely well. Now we're under a minute to go in the first half. Tied at 32.
Yeah, it just shows how evenly matched these teams are, and we wasted a whole lot of time playing. I'll be tied up right now, but certainly, hopefully, we can finish this last couple possessions and get us a good lead going in the half. And Sierra Feltner continues to do that. We'll have a good lead.
She's got 12. Good hesitation move from Sierra Feltner. The Bears up by 2.
That was a nice drive.
Howard gets it over to Morrow. Morrow looking for Faust up top. Faust come off the bench. He's played a lot of minutes in his first half. Over to Home, back over to Morrow.
Bethel's done a great job of keeping good spacing and really moving without the ball. And as I say that, they dribble it to death and end up getting a wide open shot out of it.
Faust with a shot out of the corner.
Big possession right here.
Feltner got the basketball. She's going to try to get all the way to the bucket. Nice pass over to A.J. Reed. She steps on the line. Turnover Bears. So the Bears with 4.6 seconds go. Bethel will have an opportunity to get the last shot of the first half.
Yeah, need to pick up here and keep it in front of them.
Howard with the basketball being guarded by Feltner. At the buzzer, shots up, no good. So at halftime, Bears lead this one 34-32. We'll send it back to the station for a break. We'll give an opportunity for a stats update. You're watching Bears basketball on the UPIKE Sports Network, presented by Appalachian Wireless. So the Bears will have the basketball start of the second half. Starters on the floor for both teams, I believe. No, excuse me, Roberts will not start for.
No, yeah, they did. They 0-0 is in the game.
Morrow started. I'm trying to think who started for. I'm sorry, that's Stanford with a missed shot. Engler with a missed shot.
That was a great set coming out of halftime.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, there you go.
Kyla Taylor had a good first half for
the
Wildcats.
She sure did.
She had 4 points. She's starting for Robertson in the second half, but it started for the Bears. They come out with a little man-to-man defense here. No, this is maybe zone. This is a matchup zone, Coach.
Yes, it ends up being a 2-3 defense, but it starts out as a tandem.
So Morrow, it's her third made 3 of the evening. She's got 9, and Bethel quickly goes back up 1 point.
Here's a good example where they iced well right there. They got the ball to turn back. She kind of bobbled a little bit, and the post was in there to be able to deny the return pass.
Feltner gets to the nail with 10 on the shot clock, gets over the free. She's going to try to finish, unable to do so.
Great drive. That's great recognition by Haley. You get crowded and somebody gets underneath of you. That's what you're supposed to do. You're taught to get to the basket and beat them off the dribble and get some penetration, and she did, and got the foul at the rim.
That's Howard's second team's first. Free will go to the line shooting 2 shots this time, 73% on the season. We're tied at 35. That's her first point of the afternoon, or evening, excuse me.
Keely Morrow, as I look down here, is a transfer from Lipscomb University, also a Kentucky gal from Bowling Green.
Bowling Green, Kentucky. Head gets rebound for the Wildcats. Also got Jenna Faust from Rodridge, Kentucky. That up in the northern part of the state. Over to Howard, back over to Bryant. Very methodical here. Got 10 on the shot clock. Gets inside the head at the top of the key. Dribbles around, 5 on the shot clock. Picks up a dribble. Backdoor cut. Morrow's unable to come up with it for the Wildcats. Turnover. Bears take possession.
Yeah, they had a great set play. They really sold this double screen on the backside, and they were trying to get Morrow on the back screen after she just made that 3, and then she forgot to cut, and she did the old my bad at the you hate that when you run a play for you and you forget it. That's a crusher.
Feltner gets inside the Stamper, double dribble. Well,
lost control of it.
And Morgan knew it as well, too. No argument whatsoever.
She was trying to make her move before she caught it. She kind of was in between a catch and a move and ended up double dribbling.
Back-to-back turnovers, and we're tied at 35. Howard over to Morrow.
Morrow likes the old elbow to the face trick. She's done that 3 times in a row now.
Over to Taylor. Taylor with a pump fake. Back up the head. 3-point shot. Doesn't draw anything.
And that one's going to go to the wall.
You talk about the elbow to the face trick. Yeah, she swings it kind of.
That was 3 times in the last 2 possessions.
Aggressively there, but you're not going to scare Mary Englert any at all.
No, she might bite off more than she could chew.
35-35. Closing in on 8 minutes to go here in the third period of play. Free gets to the free throw line over the Feltner. Swings over to Englert. She's being guarded by Head. She gets to the bucket, tries to finish the right hand, unable to do so. Stamper tried to come with a rebound. But
did a great job. She had one hand up, one hand down, did a good job of trying to get control of that, and that's a hard catch to make, but a good effort. Like I told you, she's going to go after every single one of them. She's going to get her share.
35-35. Morrow over to Head. Been done a couple of dribbles over to.
Great overload right there. That was a great play.
Morrow's shot inside the rim. Taylor tried to get the rebound, unable to do so. Haley Free comes out of it for the Bears.
Did a great job of getting that corner person cleared up off the dribble and slide in behind her with the overload. And you got one of 2 options. You either got to bump that and take your wing to it, or you got to get your middle person to step out. And we did the bump and just got lucky they missed a shot.
Engler hits a little elbow jumper there. She has 6 on the evening. The Bears back up 37-35. Nice patient by Englert there. Made the defense make a decision. They made the decision, stepped off, and she hit the jumper.
Yeah, nothing but net right there. Very confident in the shot, and good result.
Howard over to Morrow, puts down a dribble, swings back over to Bryant. Morrow swings back around to Howard. Zone defense from the Bears this time down the floor. Howard over to Bryant, shots up, doesn't draw anything. Frazier rebound for the Bears over to Stamper.
Good team rebounding there. I thought we had good block out, and we've done that the last couple times.
You definitely had multiple Bears. I counted 3 underneath the basket for the rebound. Free stops, gets the basketball back to Feltner with 15 on the shot clock. She's going to try to get to the bucket. Unable to finish, but I think this is going to be on Bryant. If it is, it'll be her third. It is on Bryant. It'll be her third. Team second here in the third period of play.
Yeah, I think Coach Nelson there was talking to Kyla Taylor there on the ice. The post has to sit as a zone-out person. If they don't, it leaves a lane to the basket. And Sierra's got that a couple times. And, again, right there, that opportunity of icing the ball screen and then not having that help person gives you a straight-line drive to the basket.
Feltner misses the first. So she's 52% before that free throw. She's down to 50 on the season now, 10 of 20.
Yeah, she's a much better shooter than that. That reflects.
And the second one rattles around off Stamper's hand out of bounds.
Morgan's still going after him.
Wasn't
pleased with the call, but she's still going after him.
But you know what? She's a professional rebounder as well too, and she gets it and she runs right back down the other end of the floor.
Yep.
Over to Roberts, who's checked back in and fouls along with the Wildcats' last dead ball. It checked in when Feltner was on the free throw line. Excuse me.
They're doing a great job of overloading the side in their offense, and it forces our defense to have a hard time to match up because the opposite wings and opposite posts are standing over the guard nobody.
So they called Bears basketball, and Roberts pass on the interior. I thought it was touched by a Bear, knocked out of bounds.
I believe that's a correct call. It's good work by the officials, work together.
So Home will check back in for the Wildcats. She'll place Taylor. 12 on the shot clock, gets it inside the Home, guarded by Englert. A lot of pressure up top. It's up to Howard. 5 on the shot clock. She's going to pick it out to Roberts. 3-point shot side the rim. Faust gets a rebound for the Wildcats over to Roberts. Tries to finish. Frazier with another block shot. That's multiple blocks for Bailey tonight.
I may be totally wrong in this. I'd have to look at the stats, but I believe Bailey Frazier leads our team in block shots.
She does. So I looked at that before the pregame. That's exactly right. Feltner gets over to Frazier. She's going to get to the bucket. She's going to be fouled by Roberts.
And she matches that great block with a drive to the basket and get to the free throw line, and also one of our premier free throw shooters.
Frazier has 13 blocks to lead the team, and Stamper's second on the team with 5 on the season.
I thought that was correct. I thought I saw that.
Frazier's got 5. She goes to the line shooting 2 shots. Makes the first. She's got 6. Bears up 38-35. Not sure who the foul was on. I think it was on Roberts. It'll be her first, team's third. Frazier will make the second. Takes it 39-35. Frazier 85% from the free throw line. Bryant will return for replaced Howard. So now the Bears are going to pick up, leading by 4. They're going to pick up full court here, Coach.
I like it. I like the fact that they're moving in. And, again, this 2-2-1 gives you the opportunity to speed them up, slow them down, depending on how you play it. And this one was more containment and almost still got a steal out of that. It makes you make decisions, and now you got 17 seconds on the clock before they start running their offense.
The Bears got the hands on the basketball a couple of times on that press. So Hume gets to go home, gets over to Bryan. Temper gets her hands on the basketball, gets over to Roberts. Roberts looking to finish at the bucket. Left hand off the side of the rim. Free gets a rebound. Going to push. Got Frazier to her left. Englert ahead of her. Behind the back dribble. Haley Free stops, pops, holds a release. No good. Stamper battling for it. Faust comes away with it. She has Home with her to her right. She gives it to her. Baseline jumper. Front of the rim. Head with a rebound. Jump ball. Should we go with the Wildcats? It does.
I love the pace, though. That's really good pace. We're just a couple rebounds away from really getting that settled in where we want it to be, and I do like the pace we're playing with right now.
Morrow will replace Roberts. 19 on the shot clock. 5 minutes to go in the third period of play.
Good catch there. That's media timeout.
It's going to be a media timeout. So with 5 minutes to go in the third period of play, Bears leading this one 39-35. We'll send it back to the station for a break. You're watching Bears basketball on the UPIKE Sports Network, presented by Appalachian Wireless. Welcome back to the Appalachian Wireless Arena with 5 minutes to go in the third period of play. Bears leading this one 39-35.
And all our listeners out there on Saturday, our men's game was already postponed and due to unavailability, but now our women's game is also going to be postponed due to weather. So Saturday's games here at home will be rescheduled according to Mid-South Conference rules. And we just also got an announcement that our bowling tournament in Smyrna, Tennessee, and Murfreesboro, Tennessee, has also been canceled, both men's and women's, due to weather.
Head got the rebound, offensive rebound up, nice up and under. Give her 4, 39-37.
Nice move right there, finishing on the opposite side.
Englert will try to get to the baseline, cut off by Home. Go to Reed, little Englert's three-point shot. Back of the rim, rebound by Millie Bryant, and Englert's going to be called for her third foul of the day. Be the first on the Bears in the third period of play. And it looks like Frazier will return to the lineup for the Bears to replace Englert. So 4:28 to go in the third period of play, 39-37. Faust got the basketball, gets over to Bryant. Bryant puts on the dribble, gets over to Home. Over to Morrow, back over to Home, back to Bryant. Bryant at the free throw line. Back to Morrow, head with another jumper. She's got 6, and we're tied at 39. 39-39. Nikki Head's in a nice second half so far. Feltner's free throw line jumper rattles around, comes off. Stamper hits the floor for the Bears.
Back and forth for the Wildcats and the Bears here.
Morrow was going to push for the Wildcats. Bears man-to-man defense. Frazier guarding Millie Bryant. Got 15 on the shot clock. Going over to the head. To Home. Fast going to go behind the screen, gets to the free throw line. She's going to try to finish with the right hand, and she does. Jenna Fast gets her first bucket of the evening, gets 41-39 Bethel.
I like the post split they ran off there. We got hung up just enough to create a lane to the basket. Love to have seen a little better help, but great drive there by Bethel.
Feltner gets to the baseline, and I think it's going to be Morrow's going to call for the block. It is. It'll be her first, team's fourth. So the Bears will shoot free throws the rest of the way in the third period after each foul. Roberts will return, replacing Holm.
Looks like both teams are sticking in man-to-man right now.
41-39, 3:10 to go here in the third period of play. Stamper gets inside to Feltner, looking back to Stamper. Stamper looking to drive. Over to Sederi, who just checked back in for the Bears. To Frazier. Ball's touched at top, so with 10 on the shot clock, Bears will inbound the basketball from the side.
Excellent job of recovery by Bethel there. I thought we had one more extra pass. A great deflection there by number 13, Roberts.
Reed will inbound the basketball to Feltner. Feltner looking to create something. A little floater, one hand,
Tough
rattles
shot.
around. She's got 14, and we're tied at 41.
Right shot, but a tough one, and got the roll. Good touch on the rim.
Brian gets over to Faust. Over to Roberts. Roberts been done a couple of dribbles. Going to Morrow. Got a lot of cut action going by the Wildcats over to Faust. Faust, very active player. Gets all the way to the rim. Stamper holds the ground. Ball is touched.
Yeah, it looks like we're back to our zone. We're just not doing a very good job matching up. It doesn't look real good. But that was a great vertical play by Morgan, but she got the block and it came off her fingers.
8 on the shot clock. Bears got to defend for 8 seconds. Get inside to Roberts. Roberts going to try to get to the bucket. He gets to the free throw line. Swings it out to Bryant. Holds a release. Rattles around, comes off. Bailey Frazier with the rebound for the Bears.
From my angle, that looked dead on, and right at the end of the shot clock, that would have been a tough one to swallow.
Feltner working on the screen from Bailey Frazier. Floater up and good. She's got 16. 43-41 Bears.
Great job by Sarah. She did a great job of kind of hesitation. They did a great job on down on the screen, but they left a little early and gave her a little bit of lane to the basket. She did a good job kissing it off the square.
Over to Morrow. Looking for a head at the free throw line. Backdoor cut. Nice job by Faust, excuse me. Reed bought the fake one time, and Faust scores her second bucket of the third period. She's got 4, and we're tied to 43.
Had it guarded very, very well and just lost that second shot fake. Almost could have been a 5-second count, but lost that shot fake, and she squeezed by her and got to the basket.
Fair over to Georgia Sederi. Reed on the backdoor cut, and she's going to be met at the rim by Mickey Head.
I think you got her with the body there going to the basket.
That'll be her second, team's 5th. Howard will return for Faust, excuse me. Reed's got 3 on the afternoon. Her first trip to the line. She's a 90% free throw shooter. Rattles that one home. She has 4. Bears up 44.
Sometimes a free throw can kind of get you going. Seeing that ball go through the net's a powerful thing.
Reed's second shot goes in as well. Let's give her 5. Bears up by 2.
A little 2-2-1. Probably will fall back to their matchup. Bethel's doing a good job of putting a stationary middle in there and giving them a release pass.
Brian gets the rim and able to get a go. Sederi gets a rebound for the Bears. Gets over to Sierra Feltner.
Everything right but the finish for her there.
Feltner's got to come in 1 minute to play here in the third period. Feltner over to Frazier. Holds the release. Shots up and goes in. Bailey Frazier, she's got 10.
Great
Bears
job. That was an awesome, just the way you draw it up. 2-guard 1. You pitch it back to your shooter, and it's good to see the reward there for Bailey with a nice 3 and a great assist there as well.
20 on the shot clock, 45 on the game clock here in the third period. Bears up by 5. Morrow looking for the cutter. It's Roberts. Tries to finish with left hand. She does. Rylan Roberts, she's got 4. And the Bears are up by 3, 48-45.
Great left-hand finish. Beat us to the cut, and you don't ever allow face cuts when you're playing defense. And we trailed her, and she got in front, and did a great job, and then she matched that with a great steal going in transition here.
Feltner hustling back, affects the shot. It's a miss. Bethel will reset it. It's going to got 10 to go here on the play clock, third period. Howard over to Morrow. Looks like it's going to be a step back. Howard shot in the corner. Rattles around, comes off. Rebound Bailey Frazier. After 3 periods of play, UPIKE leading this one 48-45. You're watching Bears basketball on the UPIKE Sports Network, presented by Appalachian Wireless. Welcome back to the Appalachian Wireless Arena with Bears leading this one 48-45. And Coach Wells and I just got notified. Got a big commitment out of Boyd County High School tonight for UPIKE Bears baseball. Jake Biggs. Jacob Biggs, he's coached by a Hall of Famer down there for the Boyd County Lions. Frank Conley, one of the best hitting third basemen ever to come through this school.
Absolutely. Not only by a great coach, but he also lives by a great lady, my sister, and Boyd County there, so we're excited about that, and welcome to the family, and looking forward to baseball season as well, and getting outside a little bit.
Yeah.
Hard to believe it with all this snow on the ground, but certainly it'll be here for, I think it's 22 days, Cody was telling me before they have an opener.
Head south, young man, head south. Feltner over to Reed. The Bears leading this one by 3. We'll start the 4th quarter. Reed looking for Stamper. She's going to put a move on. Ball's touch over to Sederi, back to Frazier. Nice shot. Back over to Sederi. She holds the release. For the 3rd time this game, Georgia Sederi has a 3. Bears up by 6.
That's
largest
a
lead.
Great, unselfish offensive play. We had 3 different opportunities. Girls could have taken good shots and turned them all down for the best shot. And that's good team play, and you love to see that as a fan and as a coach.
Sederi's got 9. Gets inside the Mickey head, being guarded by Stamper. You're going to get her with the body. Good call by the official.
Yep, I think you got that one right. Got her body a little bit underneath of her, and did everything you needed to. Had her forced her offhand, and should let her get that one off and then box her out. But they did. I think that was the right call.
Stamper's got 2, teams first. Heads 51% from the free throw line on the season. She looked like a 91% free throw shooter on that first one.
That was smooth.
She has 7. Bears up by 5. She'll have 1 more. She puts down the dribbles, spins up basketball. And I tell you what, if she's 51%, I don't know what she's done in the game.
Waste any time, does she? It's up and in.
51-47. Head's got 8.
Secret to success.
Feltner's got the basketball, being guarded by Roberts. He falls down, gets over to Frazier. Got a little mismatch. Back over to Stamper up top. Over to A.J. Reed. Reed go underneath the screen that time. Stamper, nice pick and roll. Nice pass. Battle around. Morrow comes away with the basketball for the Wildcats.
Great offense there. Had a great drive, and AJ with a great pass to Morgan. Just didn't get it to drop.
Swing him top to Morrow, being guarded by Sederi. Morrow gets all the way to the bucket. Shot unable to go. Sederi with the rebound for the Bears. Gets over to Reed. Pushes over to Feltner. Feltner stops. Thought she may pull the trigger. Now Sederi's at the basketball. Gets to the bucket. She looking to pass over to Frazier. Skip over to Feltner. Feltner gets to the bucket. Over to Stamper. She's looking to drive. Nope. Fakes over to Sederi. She gets to the free throw line. Nice patient offense. Left-handed layup. Shot's no good. I think it's going to be on Morrow. If it is, it'll be her second. It is. It'll be her second. Team's first here in the 4th period.
The Bears did a good job of just kind of probing until they found the one they wanted. They had some opportunities to turn them down and try to get a good one, and Sederi got to the basket and earned a couple free throws.
Fouls will be checking in for the Wildcat. This will be Sederi's first trip to the free throw line on the season. She misses the first.
You know how you can tell who's a good three-point shooter, and that's their role, is the ones who do not shoot a lot of free throws.
Second shot's up and it's good. She's in double figures for the Bears. The Bears up by 5, 52-47. Little 2-2-1.
AJ about stole her one there at the top of the press. Looks like we got a chance. You're keeping in front of you on this. Ooh.
That was very nonchalant across that half court there, Coach.
I was a little more anxious than they were.
Head's got the basketball. Got under 15 on the shot clock here. closing on 10 already. Head's got the basketball top of the 3-point arc. Got 5 on the shot clock. Good defense from the Bears here. Fast with the basketball, and they're going to call Morgan Stamper for the bump.
I'll have to disagree with that one. I thought she was in proper guarding position, cut off the baseline like you teach, give him a new shot clock. I'm not sure I buy that ticket.
Stamper's third, team second. Englert will return to lineup replacing Stamper.
Now the girls on out of bounds underneath have switched to a man-to-man and
get inside the head. Fadeaway jumper. Reed gets rebound.
I think she forgot that the shot clock reset there.
Reed
and still almost made it.
Reed controls the basketball for the Bears up 5. Bump up top.
Well, I will hold my judgment. You're going to call on one end, call on the other. There's no complaints now. The players have to adjust.
Faust first, team second.
That was a risky pass, and we were fortunate not to lose the ball right there.
15 on the shot clock. Feltner being guarded by Roberts. Get over to Englert. Englert being guarded by Head.
She wanted to get to that right hand and got there and almost got the drive.
Bears got to get back defensively. So there you can try to guard Howard. Howard gets all the way to the other side of the rim, up and under, and they're going to go the other way. They're going to call that one on Howard. That will be her third, team's third, I believe, here to the fourth period is.
That was in our favor, but I don't know that I would have called that if I was in that position. But
it really looked, from this angle, looked like they was just kind of battling for the basketball.
Kind of. There's some plays that are just it is a contact sport sometimes, but certainly a viable option was to call a foul there as well.
Feltner working around an Englert screen, swings it over to A.J. Reed. She finds the bottom of the bucket from the corner. She's got 8, and she pointed a couple of our men's basketball players sitting on the court side there, too. Said, hey, that's the way you do it, guys. The largest lead of the night for the Bears, 55-47.
I believe she's getting some encouragement by the front row gallery to get that shot up, and not only did she get it up, but she sank it.
Faust jumped on the backdoor cut, misses the shot.
They have almost got that 3 different occasions on that back door against our matchup zone. That's a little concerning as a defense. You should not be giving up backups in your matchup zone.
Morrow will check in for the Wildcats. Next dead ball. Feltner working behind the Englert screen, gets all the way to the bucket. Englert, 3-point shots up, rattles around, comes out. Feltner's going to be called for over the back. Good call by the official.
Yep, absolutely.
Feltner's first, team's fourth, I believe.
Great look by Mary Englert at the free throw line. Shot she makes all the time. Good form, just rattled out. Most of those rattle in on these rims down here, but that one did find a way to rattle out.
Morrow will check in for Roberts, and that's going to be the team's third. So that'll be Feltner's first, team's third. Free will check in for the Bears. Next dead ball.
The girls back to man here.
Head's got the basketball.
And that did a great job of recognizing that, and certainly the right look, right play. There was no upside there. If they just delivered the pass and catch there, they would have had an easy bucket.
So we're going to call a timeout from Coach Nelson there, I believe. From Bethel, we're going to call it a media timeout. So with 6:01 to go here in the fourth period to play, Bears leading this one 55-47. You're watching Bears basketball on the UPIKE Sports Network, presented by Appalachian Wireless. Welcome back to the Appalachian Wireless Arena with 6:01 to go in the fourth period of play. Bears leading this one 55-47, largest lead of the evening for the Bears. Sierra Feltner leading the way for the Bears with 16. Frazier's got 10. Reed's got 8, Englert's got 6. And also Georgia Sederi's got 10 points on the evening as well, Coach.
She's been a huge lift for us. She's played really, really hard, made some good passes as well. And, That's what we talked about before. And when it's your time to step up, you get an opportunity, you need to, and she's done that. And here's Bethel coming out, a little pressure defense themselves to try to get tempo going with a 8-point deficit.
Trying to win their 5th game in a row.
We do a great job. Our press offense really utilizes good against a 2-2-1, and no problem here. And, we're not trying to do it at a breakneck pace, but certainly get down here, and you got 17 seconds starting your offense.
Felton working around an Englert screen. Englert on the post. She's going to try to finish. Had a cutter to the Felton. Nice job by Morrow to get in front of the pass over to Millie Bryant.
Yeah, I'd love to see her turn and take that left-handed for a layup just like Millie Bryant did.
Bryant scores the bucket. She's got 16. She's been quiet since early in the game.
She had a little bit of a dry spell there, but it's hard to say with 16 points that's dry. She's done a great job.
That's a good point. 55-49. Bears leading this one. Felton gets all the way to the bucket. Howard, nice defense from the Wildcats, affects the shot. Morrow comes away with the rebound.
Got herself just a little bit too far under the rim, and when you do that, it doesn't give you any angles. And the Lady Bears fell asleep on that possession defensively.
Faust has got 6, and I tell you what, she's had that look about, I want to say 15 times not. They've run that backdoor cut several times with her.
Yeah, we're gonna have to adjust on some of that. And some of it's we got to pay better attention. I think we fell asleep a little bit right there.
Faust got 6, Bears it by 4. Feltner over to Reed. Reed using the Englert screen. Stops, pops, holds the release. Nice job, A.J. Reed.
That's a tough shot for a right-hander going full speed left-handed. And the guy or the gal on your right hip trying to get that shot off. That's a tough shot by A.J., but she did well, got it down.
She's got 10 points on the evening. The Bears back up by 6.
And back into her matchup zone here. However, we're not matching up very well in it.
Howard put down a couple of dribbles, going to Morrow, going inside the head. She puts down 2 dribbles. All the way to the other side and rebound Bailey Frazier. She's had a big night for the Bears.
Yeah, we were fortunate on that one. She's not going to miss that one very often. Size advantage, got a little bit on her hip there. We were lucky to get that. We need to capitalize on that possession.
Excellent move from Mickey Head. Just unable to get it to go. The Bears are by 6 with 4 minutes to go in the 4th period of play. Englert swinging to Sederi. Sederi gets to the
great head
baseline.
fake. Oh, nice pass.
Bailey Frazier, another rebound over to Sederi.
That's a huge rebound for the girls right there.
I think he let Coach Nelson make that call for a double dribble. I thought Coach Williams, when he saw some contact not as far as foul-wise, but maybe somebody else's hand on the basketball.
Yeah, I don't know about that one, but we'll have to come back and play defense.
So with 3:45 to go here in the 4th period of play, UPIKE leading this one 57-51. You're watching Bears basketball on the UPIKE Sports Network, presented by Appalachian Wireless. Welcome back to the Appalachian Wireless Arena. 57-51, UPIKE leading this one. 3:45 to go. Coach of the Bears are a little over 3 minutes to go from winning their 5th in a row.
A little 2-2-1. You can tell this time they're trying to really do a good job of controlling tempo and got into a good trap, and great timeout right there by Coach Nelson, because I think A.J. Reed was getting ready to take that one to the house on a layup. So
I tell you,
great job coaching there, great recognition.
30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. So really, A.J. Reed had her eyes zeroed in on that basketball. I know that, Coach.
Well, you talk about it all the time, the areas you want to try to get traps for those coffin corners, and they dribbled it right into that coffin corner at half court where you have the half-court stripe, sideline, and your 2 trappers are there, and that's a ideal trap. And I think Coach Harris realized that real quick and got a timeout and bailed his young lady out there in that trap.
So in that situation there, you think that the 2-2-1 there is to to kind of take some time off the clock there?
No question, and they just happen to dribble it in the spot you want to trap.
Okay.
And you take those every time you can get those, and but certainly was trying to slow down the clock a little bit. Now you're starting offense at 14, 15 seconds. It gives you a better chance to guard them.
Bryant looking for head on the inside. Nice post. She has the basketball. Going caught maybe Reed on a slap, potentially. It is on Reed. It'll be her first, team's fourth. This one's send head to the line, shooting 2 shots.
Yeah, they did a great job of looking through the defense and finding head on the interior, and she did a great job. Whether she got that basket, she had the rebound to put it back in if she didn't get the first attempt.
She's up to 9 on the evening.
She is a quick free throw shooter. You better not lose sight of once she gets that in her hand, it is up.
For 51% on the season, she's 4 of 4 tonight. She's got 10. She's within 4.
Yeah, she's definitely better than a 50% free throw shooter. I assure you that.
Englert going to bring the basketball down for the Bears over to Reed.
Bethel comes out in a pressure man-to-man here, trying to work on getting a stop.
Reed crossover dribble gets all the way to the bucket. It's going to be Faust with 23. It's going to be on the head. Be her third, team's fourth. So the both teams got 4 teams fouled, so we'll be shooting free throws the rest of the game. But the Bears will throw the ball inbound from the baseline. Stanford going to work with the left hand. Count the bucket for Morgan Stanford, give her 6.
I'm not sure Morgan even could see the rim on that one. Head was huge on her, Gardner big, and found that left hand, and certainly maybe a little bit of luck on that shot, but I've seen Morgan make that quite often.
That's her 4th, team's 5th. Stanford's got 6. The one-handed free throw upcoming. Back the rim. Frazier tried to get a hand on it, unable to do so. Bears it by 6.
Big offensive rebound there by Bailey Frazier, too.
Howard with the basketball, working behind the screen, gets over to Roberts.
Here's where you got to really pay attention. If you're a weak side defender, you got to get over there and help your teammates. And
I tell you, nice job by Sierra Feltner being physical inside, really prevented Bryant from getting the offensive rebounds.
Yeah, they had a lot of contact there, played through it. No harm, no foul, and now you got a chance to make something happen offensively, and Bears need to capitalize on this play by getting free throws or open shots. Don't have to rush a thing.
Got closing on 10 on the shot clock. Got Englert over to Frazier. Under 10 now. He gets screen from Stanford. Look inside to Englert. She's going to try to finish right hand, unable to do so.
And who's
Stanford
there?
with the offensive rebound. Give her 8 on the evening. The Bears up by 8 points.
Hard hat, lunch pail, Morgan Stanford right on the spot.
She's 2 points away from her 9th consecutive double-double for the Bears.
Girls are sticking in their zone, and Bethel, I think, running a little bit of their man-to-man stuff, which is smart against the matchup zone, and the Bears just happened to get an opportunity to get that offensive rebound, but they better bring some help because Bethel is trapping.
Over to Reed, stops, pops, holds the release, bang! A.J. Reed's got 13. The Bears for the first time tonight up double figures, 64-53. Huge shot by A.J. Reed, Coach.
Nailed it. Not sure I loved the timing of it, but that's one of them no, yes. Great job.
Yeah.
So great job by making the shot. You do not want to foul there, even if you're trying to be close. You just want to stay in front and contest that one, but can't fault her effort.
Reed's 2nd, team's 5th. They'll be shooting free throws the rest of the way. Morrow return for the Wildcats, replace Roberts. So Faust will go to the line shooting 2 shots. 3 of 4 on the season from the free throw line, 75%. She's got 6 points on the evening, give her 7.
You love that form right there. That didn't even just barely hit the net going down through it. That's a beautiful, beautiful shot.
5'6" junior from Dry Ridge, Kentucky.
Must be a Kentucky gal, huh?
And rattles that one home as well. Give her 8, and then the Wildcats are within 9.
That's the downside of the arena here. Once the ball gets off that court, it could legitimately go anywhere it wants to go.
So Wildcats will pressure full court. Englert will throw the basketball inbound to Frazier. Gets it over to Englert, and she's going to break the press all by herself. Gets over to A.J. Reed.
I do think we probably got away with the travel there on the wing with Bailey coming up for the ball, but play on.
Reed behind the screen. Another bang. A.J. Reed's got 16.
Heat check.
And 67-55.
What do I know about timing on the shot clock, right? A.J. says, I've got this, Coach.
Yeah,
sit back and relax.
Hey, sit back and relax, Coach. Minute to go. Millie Bryant, she's up to 18.
Millie Bryant can ball. She is a player that knows what to do with it when she gets it, and she has scored that ball efficiently tonight. That's 18 for her, and she has played tremendous.
5'9" senior from Tennessee, but we'll keep her right here during this full timeout. 67-57, 58 seconds to go. And the Bears within under a minute to go from winning their 5th straight ball game. And, Coach, this is something where, again, maybe a little bit slower start, Bears offensively, and you found the groove and you start to get some points where maybe you're not counting on points. Georgia Sederi with big threes of the night, and you come through. Morgan Stamper, you would think she's kind of have a quieter night, but she's 1 bucket away from her 9th consecutive double-double. You look at the scoreboard, Bailey Frazier's got 10 points. Sierra Feltner's got 16 points. You have Mary Engler's got 6. That's kind of a quieter night for her as well, too. Bailey Frazier's played well. We were talking about her 10 points as well, too. It's been a total team effort tonight by the Bears.
And tonight you've been able to give Haley Free a little bit of rest, let her catch her legs some, and some of the girls have stepped up. And, again, you ride that wave of playing well, and not that any of the girls haven't been playing well, but this group here is doing a good job of closing, and now it's playing time and score.
Well, if you're tuning in and you got a son or daughter who goes to the University of Pikeville, tomorrow will be a full closure at the University of Pikeville. All offices and classes are canceled for the Bears. 67-57, we're going to have a timeout, Bears. Table side here, so we'll keep it right here. Again, just as a reminder, folks, if you have a son or daughter, or if you're an employee at the University of Pikeville, you're tuning in, or whatever it may be, or if you just want to know if we're going to be open or not tomorrow, Coach, full closure.
Just in case you wanted to know.
Just
right?
in case you want to know.
Certainly spread the good word, and it's always about safety. And one of the things that I'm so thankful not only for our administration but the local school districts and everybody else, they make sure they take care of the students first and always are looking out for their safety. And it's easy to point fingers and all that kind of stuff, but I am so thrilled that our administrators think nothing but about our kids, and hats off to everybody for the safety of all of our students everywhere they're at.
I wonder if we can get a hold of Vernon White to maybe make an announcement for the students in attendance here tonight. That would definitely get a roar. After the Bears win, they'll definitely get a roar out of, hey, no classes tomorrow, full closure. Coach Wells is going to try to get somebody's attention down there. 67-57, Bears up by 10. Feltner inside the Frazier. Roberts will foul hers. That's her second. And then Frazier will go to the line. All the classes will be online tomorrow, folks. So Frazier go to the line shooting 2 shots. He's got 10 on the evening. Frazier with a couple of dribbles, holds the release. First shot goes in. Frazier's up to 11. She'll have one more. Give her 12 for Bailey Frazier. Bears up by 12. Howard pushing down for the Wildcats to Roberts, being guarded by Reed. Gets over to Morrow. Loses the handle, back to Roberts. Engler gets her hands on the basketball on the floor.
Good deflection right there, good hustle play. Mary's got 3 or 4 of those tonight. She's been able to get to be the first one to the ground, and I can promise you she's not afraid to get a floor burn.
So you have a foul. That's going to be on Roberts, her third, and that will send Mary Engler to the line, shooting 2 shots. She's got 6 on the evening. Engler's first shot's up and give her 7. Bears up by 13. Engler's second shot's up good. Bears up by 14. That gives Engler 8 on the evening. Over to Millie Bryant, the senior.
Ooh.
Nice spin move.
Beautiful move.
Game high 20 points. Timeout here for Clifton Williams, 71-59. We'll keep it right here as well. So the essential offices will be staying open tomorrow, which will be the cafeteria, public safety.
Admissions director.
Admissions director. Hey, we're
and
always
athletic director.
And athletic director, exactly.
I don't know how essential we are, but we're required.
Hey, well, you know what, Coach? we don't know how essential, but you are required. Exactly right. But proud to do it as well, too.
Absolutely, thrilled.
It's a great opportunity here tonight, Coach. Been to come out and watch these young ladies play as well as they did, and also a great ball game. Bethel come and play well-coached ball club, very talented players also. 71-59. This game, it's a 12-point game now. However, was tied at halftime. Actually, the Bears were up to 2 at one time. You know, Bethel's up by 5 in this ball game. It's been a back-and-forth contest all evening.
And there's been a lot of thank yous to go around. Pike TV being able to get through the snow and coming out here and being with us. You know, you've got the Appalachian Wireless Arena folks coming here giving us an opportunity to play tonight. And these officials, I know sometimes they go unrecognized. You think they just exist, but certainly they're being able to travel here and committed to their profession, and us having an opportunity to play. Hats off to them as well. So lots of our table crew or folks that are even at home doing table crew work. So thank you all, and hurry back, Alec Morgan and Mike Pagano. We miss you.
So Frazier's up to 13. Bears about 13 as well. Frazier makes a second. She gives her 14. Matches the Bears' lead. And the Bears will move to 9-6, 3-5 in the conference.
Here you just don't want to foul. Just rebound misses. Shoot free throws.
Howard step back 3, rattles around Feltner. It's going to be fouled. I don't see Stamper's on the floor. That's really about the only thing in question. That's going to be the final score. And also Morgan Stamper going to be able to maybe get 2 more points for that 9th consecutive double-double. But
you know, we were trying to get in those mid to high 70s, and looks like we're going to sneak right into that groove for us.
Well, you know, also Coach come in the game giving up 70 per ball game. We held them to 59. They come in the game, they're averaging 68 and held them 9 points below their season average. Feltner's up to 17. She'll have 1 more.
Big night for Sierra, and she needed a breakout game, and certainly 18 points is doing that.
Bears up by 16.
Here you just don't want to foul. Let her go, let her score, get it inbounds.
So Reed will have basketball over to Feltner, and the Bears will win their 5th straight ball game, moving to 9-6 overall and 3-5 in the Mid-South Conference.